story, but before you guys sleep tonight, I want you to research one person. You don't need to write it down. I'll put it on GroupMe. His name's Jesse Itzler. He's a self-made billionaire. You don't need to write it down. I'll put it on GroupMe. He's a self-made billionaire. And I'm going to leave you with some of the messages that he gave me. I got probably 60 pages of notes, so I'm going to be going over tons of content all week, but this is just the first part that I want to leave you guys with. He became a billionaire by selling a jet company to Warren Buffett. And the way that he was able to create this connection, being nobody, was he knew that there was an event going on in LA, and he knew that Jennifer Lopez, Mark Anthony, and I believe there's a couple other celebrities that were going to be there. And his chance of being able to build this chartering jet company, there's no jet companies that were chartered before. And essentially what he did was he knew he wanted to pitch it to Warren Buffett, but he couldn't pitch it to him without having any customers. So who better to have than a customer than a celebrity? You guys agree?
Yeah.
Right? So he flew all the way to LA, spent all his money on this ticket to get into LA, and he gets to this venue, doesn't know how he's gonna get in, his name's not on the list, he doesn't have a table, and it's high-end Class A celebrities. So he eventually, sales skills are life skills, he sneaks his way and finesses his way into this event, and he finds the table where Jennifer Lopez and everyone was gonna be sitting at, and he takes the postcards, and they always have names on them, and he folds it over and he writes Jesse Itzler and puts it back on the table, and he takes a seat with these high-end celebrities. Long story short, they become the first customers of the jet company. He sells it to Warren Buffett for billions of dollars and makes his way to the top. And the message there that he said is, if you don't have a seat at the table, make one. The guy didn't have a seat at the table, he didn't have any way to get to this place, he didn't have any connections, he's a nobody. He's a celebrity, he's in Los Angeles. And if you don't have a seat at the table and Jesse was able to make one and use that to build $1 billion company, what can you guys do? Juice?
Juice!
So in the midst of this, he calls on this company called Spanx. Another person I want you guys to research. She's a self-made billionaire. Her name's Sarah Barkley. Self-made billionaire, right? So Jesse calls onto this company and he basically says, hey, I'm gonna go do this 5-mile run. I wanna use your Spanx as marketing. Can you guys send me a male underwear that I'm gonna run this 5K mile run in with no clothes on other than the Spanx underwear? So she's like, puts him on hold, and she asks the other purchasing manager, and she's like, hey, I have this lunatic that's asking to put our freaking underwear on himself and go run this 5K mile run. Little did she know that years later, she was gonna marry that lunatic. Jesse Itzler and Sarah Barkley, both self-made billionaires, are able to freaking be a unit and buy the Atlanta Hawks. At this 5K mile run, he meets an individual. The run's supposed to have 5 people. Each person runs 1 mile, right? And you continuously go through until your team stops. Everyone has a team. Let's see who's gonna win, right? So as he's preparing, because he has a sponsorship from Spanx, they have a tent, they have a buffet, they have water gallons, they have water, they even have a masseuse there. So as soon as they get done running, they can go to get massage and wait for their next mile to run up. So as they're preparing, he looks across and there's this guy, 6'8", about 230 pounds, rock diesel solid, and he's just staring at him, putting his shoes on. So Jesse walks over, being super charismatic. He's like, what's up, man, where's your team at? And this guy looks at him and was like, I am my team. Long story short, the one person beat every single team there. The guy's name's David Goggins. He was at our last national conference. And what happened was Jesse said that there's no freaking way that some human being is physically able and capable of running this many miles by himself. Mind you, the guy was pissing blood. He was putting shin splints and taping his foot to his ankle because he had shin splints, and he continued to, again, beat these guys who had things all the way to high as a masseuse. So Jesse did what a self-made billionaire would do, and he spends money to research and find and stalk this guy back down. Finds out that he's a Navy SEAL, pays for him to take him to dinner. He realizes that the guy's cold as rock, no emotion, and he's not gonna get anything out of him in this dinner. So before he leaves, he tells him, how much money do you need to come live with me for 90 days? The story that he says there is that you get so mundane into your routine over and over and over, wake up, kids, family, life, everything, that you sometimes need to bring a Navy SEAL into your life for 90 days and see what he can do for you. He didn't realize how mundane the lifestyle was coming, even with 2 billionaires and children, that they had to bring a Navy SEAL in. So David Goggins comes in, and the first thing that he does, as soon as he puts his bags on, he says, where's the gym at? I need to be able to put a plan together. I need to know how strong you are. So they go to the gym. He's like, I want to know how many pull-ups you can do. Jesse does about 10 pull-ups. He's like, I barely even get the 10th one. Like, I kind of cheated and like swung myself up. So David looks at him and was like, I need you to do 1,000 pull-ups right now. Jesse laughs like, what the fuck? I can't even do 11. I can't do one more. I can't do 1,000 pull-ups. David Goggins looked at him and said, I'll take all your fucking money right now and I will leave. Do the pull-ups. So sure enough, 5 at a time, all the way to 1,000, Jesse Itzler did the 1,000 pull-ups. So what David and Jesse are saying to you is that these self-limitations you put on yourself are self-imposed. Again, the limitations you put on yourself are self-imposed. How the hell was he supposed to do 1,000 pull-ups? He didn't physically think he could do 1,000 pull-ups, but because he put that limitation on himself. How many people think you can go out and make 100 grand this year? You probably don't even believe it. You probably don't even believe you can be a director, to be real. You don't believe that you can be a millionaire, let alone a billionaire with a B. And then marry another billionaire with a B. Literally, you don't even believe that. And I know you don't, because I didn't believe it before this weekend. But it's because the limitations you put on yourself are self-imposed. And if you want a seat at the table and you don't have a seat, make one. And all of this pressure that you guys feel right now, finances, car payments, house payments, relationships, school, weather, job, family, health, working out, bills, birthdays. We all have it. But if you don't have the pressure, then what do you have? So do you want pressure or do you want nothing? So switch your perspective on the pressure that you got. And the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is put some fucking pressure on your plates. Juice?
Juice!
Put some fucking pressure on your plates. Juice?
Juice!
Juice?
Juice!
Bring it in, you guys. Clap it up. It's going to You guys can figure it out. Goals, you guys got to figure it out. All I know is we're going to go out. We're going to 10x our day. We're going to 10x our life. We're going to 10x our bills. We're going to 10x everything that we do. 10x on